All right, this new addiction to social networking sites getting out of control. Some celebrities even giving it up. They believe they're getting addicted. What about you? Spending so much time on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. You're losing yourself in a little too much. And in turn, you run the risk of losing family, friends, maybe your job. For many people, it is becoming addicting to the point, and one of my questions to our expert, is it like an addiction to drugs and alcohol? Then you have people, another point we're making here, becoming more obsessed with celebrities. You have this new connection with the celebrity via social network. You think you know them. And can that be dangerous? Want to hear from you on this one. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the phone number. And let's be clear. Facebook's great. It gives you a chance to chime in on the show. We love that. But when do we think it's getting the best of us? That's what we want to get to here. Joining us to talk about it, Dr. Greg Jantz, founder of The Center, a Place of Hope, nationally recognized therapy center based in Seattle. Got expertise on this one, as does Cooper Lawrence, our psychologist and author of The Cult of Celebrity. Again, right down Broadway for you, Cooper, as we talk about this one.
My story.
Yeah. Well, let's start with Greg on this one. Greg, are people getting addicted to the point it's ruining their lives?
Oh, my goodness. It's just like any other addiction. Yes. The answer is yes. They're having anxiety if they're not online, if they're not tweeting so many tweets. It becomes very obsessive.
Is it to the point, can you compare it to drugs, alcohol, sex, those addictions?
Oh, at some point, it can take that level of control because of the mental obsession that we have with that. And then it's easy to add on other addictive behaviors, because if you're on to Facebook more than an hour a day, or you're tweeting half the day, you have constant, incessant interruptions.
Yeah, no, good point there. Cooper, what, okay, again, there's the positive.
I'm sorry, I need to tweet about this, sorry.
Yeah,
on with
sorry,
Mike
go ahead.
right now.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
Forgive me for trying to have an actual conversation with you.
It's okay, I just told them we're having a conversation, so we're okay now.
Okay, it can be great. We can, stay connected with somebody. People can chime in on the program. What dangers do you see? What's so bad about it?
Well, no, it's not that it's bad. It's just that with any other addiction, the thing about addiction that people don't understand, it's not how much, it's not how often, it's the consequences. Yeah. So if you're tweeting a lot, if you're drinking a lot, but there's no consequences, you don't have the same problem as somebody who, it's not about, you can just tweet once and be obsessed over it. It's about the consequences. Are you losing relationships? Is that where all your social life is going? So you have to look at whether it's having an impact on your life in a negative way as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me read John Mayer. Here's what he wrote. He was convicted in his own way about his social networking, what he was doing on social networking sites. Writing this: knowing that I could blog right now from my iPhone, and it's up on the internet with people reading it and responding to it, how much is that a synthetic version of having dinner with somebody? So there he's even calling himself out that he's having these types of interactions through technology, when really he's thinking the richer relationship is to sit across from somebody Mike, at a dinner table, right?
It went even further with him because John Mayer, in one of his new songs, he actually talks about, in the song, about tweeting. About how he can interact with us. It's like, aren't you singing to us right now? Isn't that a way that you're communicating with us? So you're singing about tweeting.
Right.
So he is somebody that very well may have some problems. That's one of the reasons we heard Jennifer Aniston broke up with him. So he is having some issues that, your doctor friend there might need to talk to him.
Right. Call him, by the way. 1-877-TEL-HLN's the number. Greg, why do people get addicted? I'm not seeing it, but go ahead.
Okay, well, you think about the celebrities. There's some that are just voyeuristic, and we have an insider need. Do we want to be a part of that? But after a while, we reach a threshold where it's ending up, we're turning to it at times where we should be turning to a real relationship. Remember, these relationships we can create they're unreal. They're not healthy relationships.
Yeah. Let's get a call in. Gail's with us in Virginia. Gail, are you addicted? Gail?
Hello?
Hey, Gail, go ahead.
Yes, I think Facebook is real addictive because you have people going on there posting their status, and giving updates to every move that they're making. And plus, you can go on Facebook and find people that are posting pictures of themselves posting, holding guns and weapons and stuff like that. I think that's dangerous.
Are you addicted, or are you just seeing this, Gail?
I have friends.
You got friends?
Yeah, I'm not addicted to it. I just have friends that post.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of it out there. And Cooper doesn't, it's the cult of celebrity. Through this, don't we become our own celebrity? Look at me. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
And you know what? There was a major study done last year at the University of San Diego where they found that the levels of narcissism of this population are up 33%. So what does a narcissist like more than to be watched and seen, and their every move is so important? So it makes sense that there's a correlation between the use of things like Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, anything where you're letting people know what you're doing, because you're very important.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's right.
Okay, some of those important
people. The more followers you have, the better.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at me. Look at all the friends I have. Okay, let's get some calls in, folks. 1-877-TEL-HLN's the number. Facebook us, Twitter us, dive in. The water's fine. Welcome back to Prime News on HLN. We're talking about whether or not we're addicted to the social networking sites like MySpace, Twitter, Facebook. Speaking of which, check out a few Facebook comments, shall we? Let's dive in. Here's one from Lori writing, I have met people on Facebook that I would never have met before. Love it. Love it. Unapologetic. Sylvia writing, I am truly addicted to Facebook and almost any of the main social websites. Here's one from Terrace writing, seems to me that people need attention. I don't want everyone knowing my every step. Then again, Terrace, some people do, and that's why they're on. Look at me. That's part of the issue here. Call in. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the phone number. Paula Bloom, who was with us in the last segment, wanted to hang around for this one. You've got people coming into your practice saying they're addicted. What's their story? What's their life like?
It's amazing. First of all, I just want to make sure that I friend Cooper on Facebook tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
She's awesome. I'm seeing a lot of this. I mean, literally, recently I had somebody come into my office, sit down, start crying, ran out of tissues. She said she was having marital problems. I said, Facebook? She said, yes. I mean, it is happening so much. One of the things that's happening is that people are comparing their, they're getting connected with the ex-boyfriend, right, who was, he was 18. They were 18 when they were together, and comparing that relationship to their current one when they're 45 and saying, I'm going to leave my husband because this guy is great.
Wow.
And so I'm seeing a lot of that. I think I've heard somebody coin it the retrosexual syndrome. I'm not sure, but something like that.
There's a new one. That's
Yeah, I think it was in Time, actually. Okay. And so it's fascinating.
Let's get Dr. Greg Jansen on that aspect. We don't have any numbers or any studies, but that's quite a story from Paula. Are you hearing that as well?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. We're seeing people get back with, quote, old loves and trying to recreate a bonding and a feeling, recreating history and trying to change it. And one of the things that happens then is you create these artificial love relationships, then you develop a secret life, and you're trying to get emotional needs met, intimacy needs met through these old relationships, these old flames. And, of course, that's going to be quite detrimental to your present relationship.
Yeah, Cooper, then that leads to it's all about me.
Yep.
To heck with my current spouse.
That's right.
Let me hark back to high school or college, right, Cooper?
Right, that's a very good point. And people are, I just finished counseling a couple who was having an issue where she found him having a relationship on Facebook with a woman that was in another country, somebody he was never going to meet, but they were having a very explicit sexual relationship. And he stupidly left the emails open and the pages open, and his wife found it. So, it's more than a cry for help. It really is a problem we're having socially. And I think there is research on it. And had you warned me, I would have brought it for you. Because there's actually studies about people that are cheating using Facebook and using Twitter and staying in touch with people other than their spouse and having sexual relationships. There is research.
These are leading to real life, I guess, it's still an affair. Yeah, real life consequences, and it's not just online. They're actually getting together.
They're not all getting together. That's the thing. Some are getting together. Yeah. Some of them say, well, it's just like porn. What's the difference whether I look at pornography or whether I have somebody on Facebook? Well, the potential is that you could meet the person on Facebook.
Gotcha.
I don't think the porn star is going to come to your house ever.
And the Facebook flirting that occurs, and then you develop an emotional affair and the fantasy that develops from there. And some will get together, but many, it just stays in that realm of fantasy.
It's fascinating, guys. I wish we had more time. Paula, Cooper, Dr. Jansen, we appreciate it. I know we're going to be doing this one again. More coming up. Stay with us.